おい、見たかよ。見た。何が？知らねえのか？
She's joining the school foreigner. Yeah, a lot of attention on her.
総流アスカラングレーって言うんだってさ。マジに可愛いじゃん。
Oh, okay. Come on now.
見知らぬ土地で傷ついた心も痩せずにいるんだよ。
Love letters, loads of love letters. Wow.
猫も百死も。
Who's this taking all the photos?
みな平和なもんや。前通り。
Okay, it's them. Wow.
Hello? Shinji? Guten Morgen? Guten Morgen.
Yeah, they don't know she's another pilot and no Shinji yet.
おお、早波なら。
Yeah, they should stick together. They're the first children.
その方が都合がいいからよ。いろいろとね。命令があればそうするわ。
If I'm ordered to. Yeah, they're exact opposites, aren't they?
代わりもんが選ばれるんちゃうか?
Oh. Oh, is that the mouth of that one they went into before? Quick glimpse of it.
少し痩せたかな？
そう。
悲しい恋をしてるからだ。
どうしてそんなことが。
Oh, really? Oh, bit of a triangle then.
これから口説くつもり？でもダメよ。怖い。
Oh, wow. She's looking on directly, okay.
あんた2号機の引き渡し済んだんならさっさと帰りなさいよ。
今朝執行の事例が。
Yeah, he's gonna be here a bit longer, isn't he? It would be cool to see all three of them go out at once. Get all three Avas out there, you know? Mind matching moment. They did have that moment last episode where they were kind of in sync, weren't they? Okay, those two are flying in at least. Engage the target in turns, okay.
仕方ないよ、作戦なんだから。言っとくけど、くれぐれも足手まといになるようなことは。
She wants to prove herself for first outing here, yeah. Oh, she's got a spear. Okay, then Shinji's got a gun. But like a similar face, a similar mask to the first one we saw.
後から来たくせに仕切んなよな。
Oh yeah, their weapons kind of reflect their attitudes a bit. She's going impersonal with the spear. Well, he's at range with the gun. Just like that? Was it that easy, or is it gonna adapt?
戦いは常に無駄なく美しくよ。
Yeah. They could have done though to make it impressive. Oh, it went from, yeah, the mask changed. Split in two? Ha! Well, now they both have one each, yeah. Okay, we cut away again, yeah. Okay, they just got demolished, yeah.
全く恥をかかせよ。
Ah, yeah, not the great first impression.
また地図を書き直さなきゃならんな。
I have to revise the maps because of the N2.
やったの？
足止めに過ぎん。再度進行は時間の問題。
Okay, they managed to like freeze it in the spot.
いいか君たち。君たちの仕事は何だかわかるか？
Yeah, don't play around. I know you're kids.
こんな集体を晒すために我々ネルフは存在しているわけではない。
I mean, she had no way of knowing that's what would happen.
こんなやつと。
もういい。
They're both in sync, yeah. Work with this jerk.
責任者は責任取るためにいるからな。
Oh,
関係各省からの抗議文と被害報。
she's taking a lot of the heat. Yeah, paperwork. Wow.
言われなくったって使徒が片付けばここでやるわよ。使徒は必ず私が倒すわ。
Huh. That felt almost like Shinji's dad, yeah.
残念ながら旧友のピンチを救うのは私じゃないわ。このアイデアはカジ君よ。
Ah. Yeah, what's the deal here? What's the dynamic?
ただいまーって言った。
Oh,
誰もいないか。
Asuka moving in.
失礼ね。
I thought someone moving out at first, but no.
あんたこそまだいたの。 まだって美里は私と暮らすの。
Oh, she's taking his place. Is that actually what's happening?
カジさんと一緒の方がいいんだけど。しかしどうして日本の部屋ってこう狭いのかしら。
Oh, yeah, she's got so much stuff because she's used to bigger places.
よくこんな鍵のない部屋で暮らせるわね。信じらんない。日本人の心情は察しと思いやりだからよ。
Yeah, it's a high trust society.
早速うまくやってるじゃない。
Yeah, they're living together, aren't they? She's not replacing him.
第七使徒の弱点は一つ。分離中のコアに対する2点同時の荷重攻撃。これしかないわ。
Okay, we've got to work together.
この曲に合わせた攻撃パターンを覚え込むのよ。6日以内に1秒でも早く。
Use this song to get in sync, okay. Wouldn't work with me, I've got no tempo. Dance like you want to win, okay.
しかしシンジのやつどないしたんやろ。学校休んでもう3日か。
Oh, when they find out she's living with him, yeah.
これ院長やんか。
サンバカトリオの2人。
2/3 of the idiot trio, wow.
裏切りもん。またしても今時ペア。
Wearing matching outfits as well.
これはどういうことか説明してく
Oh, Ray's here as well.
ほらそうとん。はよ言うてくれたらよかったのに。
ユニゾンはうまくいってるんですか？
This is nice, everyone chilling together. I wouldn't mind if the rest of the episode was just like more slice of life, them trying to do this dance, yeah.
レイ。はい。やってみて。はい。
How's she at dancing? I don't know. Oh? Oh no, she's actually in sync with Shinji, but Asuka isn't.
こうしてレイと組んだ方がいいかもね。
Oh yeah, and her ego, she can't be left out.
やってらんないわ。
Of course not, yeah.
追いかけて。女の子泣かせたのよ。責任取りなさいよ。
He didn't really. That wasn't him.
分かってるわ。私はエヴァに乗るしかないのよ。
Yeah, she puts all of everything she's got into it.
何甘いこと言ってんのよ。男のくせに。傷つけられた。プライドは。
Yeah, her ego. Okay, here we go. Bit of a montage. We are in sync with some of the stuff. I think they should get Pen piloting an Eva as well. Okay. Be right here.
これは決して崩れることのない。
Yeah, so they can sleep separately.
このどうして日本人は床の上で寝られるのかしら。信じらんない。
Yeah, of course. She's not used to that. Tadami. She has a bed frame. Yeah, they're right in his face. Wow. On the zoom. Oh, yeah. They're so close. Really? Yeah. Okay, I'm glad he didn't actually.
見てる。
誰が？
耐えて。
Oh, really? Oh, he's just going back and forth between the two, isn't he? Not trying to slut shame him, but you know.
でも君の唇はやめてくれとは言わなかったよ。君の唇と君。
Consider the mission and the women's feelings as well. What's he playing at? Is he, you know, strategically trying to get each other jealous?
はい。
Hit them against each other?
今日は珍しくシラフじゃない？
But they do seem on good terms.
今度はもう少し素直になったら。8年前と。
Now, be honest with your feelings, yeah.
仕事仕事。明日は決戦だもんね。
Oh, we might actually get to see some of it.
目標はゴーラ絶対防衛線を突破。
来たわね。今度は抜かれ。
Okay. Yeah, let's go in sync.
いいわね。最初からフル稼働最大戦速で行くわよ。
分かってるよ。62秒で蹴りをつける。
62 seconds, very precise. Oh, we've got a countdown as well. Oh, cool. And some music, yeah. So split it in half, and then you get the core. Okay. I don't know if any of this was sync up with the choreography they had on those dance mats. I set it in rockets for support. Oh, nice. The split screen, that's cool. Not long left. 10 seconds. Oh, a double kick. They got it.
レバー料金確認
Falling over each other, but they got the job done.
ちょっと私の2号機になんてことすんなよそんなそっちが突っかかってきたんじゃないか
Yeah, they're in sync for a bit, but they've got to start arguing and bickering, of course.
戦いのためのイメージトレーニングだよ嘘ばっかし寝てる隙に私の唇が
Oh, she knows. She was aware.
起きてたなんて
Of course she was awake. She had only just laid down.
してないよ途中で
Okay.
あそっちこそ寝言まで
Wow. And everyone's laughing. Wow. Okay, so that was episode 9 of Neon Genesis Evangelion. A bit more light-hearted this episode. You know, we had a little bit of slice of life, which was great to see, but there is still some action. It did feel like there were a few moments where some of the characters were off model. I do wonder if this episode was maybe an episode where some anime studios, they'll like export an episode and a different company animates it. Maybe that happened this episode, because yeah, Misato, she looked off model a few times there. For the action, it all looked great, it all looked as good as it usually does, but a few of the slice of life moments and character models, yeah, they were just a bit different this episode. It's not a huge deal, but I did notice it. And yeah, it's a cool concept, you know, they did tease this whole synchronization between Shinji and Asuka last episode, where for a brief moment they were, and then this episode they had to build on that and purposely be in sync to take out this angel, which was a cool way to do it narratively, you know, tying that in, and they're having to build this friendship, build this relationship and connection together so they can become a team, you know. It was funny how Rei almost instantly synced up with Shinji, and I don't think that's anything on Shinji's part. I think that's just Rei, the way she is. It's almost like she's programmed. She was saying to Asuka, you know, I'll be friends if I'm told to, if that's part of the mission. She's like so dedicated to mission first above all else. So when Asuka comes along, yeah, they're like chalk and cheese, completely different, but it provides a nice contrast and almost change of pace from everything being so down and drab with the other pilots, you know. It's nice to have her in here to shake things up and almost like act as a mirror for Shinji and Rei. And then this final battle, I'm not sure how I feel about it actually. The idea is cool, of like the execution of it, really. The idea was cool of, you know, them in sync doing the music, but we saw so many great like flashes of cool animation and them doing flips in sync, and I was just like, oh, I might have liked that more if it wasn't this countdown with the music and no other sound effects, you know. I think I would have liked that fight to feel more extended, to not have that time constraint and not have this music playing over top. I understand what they were going for, but I'm not 100% sure if I like it. And maybe that is like budgetary constraints if this episode was, as I said, outsourced to someone else. Yeah, I'm just not 100% sure how much I liked that execution of that final fight. I was maybe kind of expecting it to leave on a cliffhanger again, and then we get some more of that later, because it did almost feel like that fight, there wasn't much conflict in it. You know, it was so focused on them being in sync. I maybe would have liked it if they started off well, something put them on the back foot, put them out of sync, they had to work together again to get back into sync, and then finished it off. I think I maybe would have preferred that a bit more than the way they went in this episode. And then this episode was a bit more pervy than some of the others. I think maybe it's just because before it's always been Misato who has been the subject of the fan service, and now it's Asuka, which may be indicating Shinji's attraction shifting from Misato to Asuka. That makes sense because we're almost seeing it through his lens, but it does have a different vibe, it being a grown woman compared to a 14-year-old girl. And like the first the start with the boys taking all of these creep shots and like the girls changing them, like, oh, come on now. I think that's what it's going for. It's through Shinji's eyes, so now he's more attracted to her, so we're getting a bit of fan service from here. But I feel like you could maybe hold off on how much cleavage is being shown as well. You can still have Shinji looking down and noticing, and it be prevalent that his attraction is there. It just felt like almost a bit too much here, but I understand narratively why it's here as well. It's not a completely unwarranted fan service. Thematically, it fits in. And I do hope we get to see a bit more of this slice of life stuff with Asuka moving in. It is reminding me a bit of Power, Denji and Aki in Chainsaw Man all moving in and living together and having this kind of funny dynamic. It reminds me a bit of that. Obviously that might have been inspired by this, and there's definitely probably other shows that do this kind of ragtag group living together in an apartment like that, but that was the kind of vibes I was getting, and I really hope we get a bit more just goofiness. You know, they were doing their dancing there, maybe doing like a dance battle or some DDR or something like that, and having the other kids coming in as well and all chilling, and Ray was there kind of, you know, just giving them some space to enjoy themselves being kids, to make the tonal whiplash of them fighting the angels even more apparent. I think that would be really effective, you know. And then like Shinji's kiss, well, he bottled out of it, but that's a good thing because she was asleep. But it does almost prove what Asuka was saying about everyone being perverts, the way, you know, she's being treated this episode from all of the other boys. She's obviously this center of attention because of her looks, but also her being the new girl, her being a foreigner, you know, it's something new, it's something exotic coming in, isn't it? So that makes sense. But then, you know, her accusations about Shinji being a pervert as well, is fully proven there now that she knows that he tried that. And that scene, at first, I wasn't 100% sure because they said Misato was out away, and I was like, was that Misato coming back home or was that Asuka? And because of the lighting, the hair was still kind of purple, and I was like, who is that? It took like a moment for me to be like, is that Asuka? Is that Misato? No, it is Asuka. Okay. I mean, I'm glad, you know, he didn't actually kiss her. I'm assuming he hasn't kissed anyone at all in general. So I'd much prefer if his first kiss was with someone who wanted to kiss him back as well, you know? And then speaking of kissing, Kaji, what is he doing there? Is he trying to pit the women against each other? Is he trying to make one of them jealous? What's he doing there? Is it something even bigger because he was like in cahoots with Shinji's dad and it's something to do with like the grander mission? I don't think that would be the case, but there is like a slight possibility there, interfering with people's personal relations, you know, to make them more dedicated to the mission, to the task at hand. That could be something on the table that they would use to their advantage. But yeah, he's just kind of like bouncing back and forth between flirting with each of them. I think he was just trying to get Misato jealous there. He's just plotting and scheming, I think, and now he's here for a longer term as well. Yeah, there's a lot to do with like relationships here, and I do wonder how things will maybe be parallel with like the relationships that the younger, you know, the kids are having, and the relationships that the older people are having as well, if there will be anything there, or, you know, you can see the difference in maturity, the different dynamics that there are between them as well. There's some interesting differences in, you know, how people behave just in general when they're, you know, pursuing someone romantically, but then also with the different age differences and the history that they have as well. And will there be any like mirroring there, because you have a guy and two girls with Shinji, Rei, and Asuka, and then you have a guy and two girls with Kaji, Misato, and Risako. So maybe there is something there as well. But I don't know if like Toji, Ida, and Hakiri will come into the mix there as well. Maybe that might throw off that kind of parallel between the group dynamics of the younger kids and their mentors there as well. Okay, so I think that's everything for this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and if you really loved it, be sure to subscribe so you can keep up to date on the future uploads. So yeah, thanks for watching. Catch you guys later.